What's up, everybody? This is Rob Shack. So today we're going to be doing the next video in my Gran Turismo 3 Epic Races series. We are using the Mazda 787B, racing against a lot of good cars. It's a good one. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Help me get to 1,000 subs. Hoping to get there soon. Thank y'all so much for the support. So, start the race off strong, making the 787B go flying. I just wanted to do it because I want to be the best 787B like no one ever was, and so that's what I did. Just kidding. But yeah, what we did in this race was hilarious. I didn't do this, but the R390 gets caught on a pit wall and gets last. So that'll probably be the name of this video, is that the R390 loses this race. I mean, it would have been hard for him to lose against the Esperante because, I mean, come on, Esperante. But yeah, he loses to everybody in this race and gets last. So spoiler alerts, it happens. Go find it. You can find it through the video or just keep listening to me and then eventually click around and find it. I have it in here. It's amazing. So I'm using the 787B. We've got the R390, Toyota GT1, and then another 787B, as well as the FTO LM race car and the Honda S2000 LM race car. So two good cars there, but obviously they're never going to come close. And then we've got the GT1, who has some problems as well. GT1 seems to spin a lot more than the R390. I'm not really sure why. I have no idea what that's all about, but he does do that. I did want to just mess it 787B up because he's freaking perfect. The AI is so good in the game that they just never have any problems. So yeah, it just felt good to do that. But this race is really awesome. Yeah, the R390 does get stuck. I am trying to get to 1,000 subs, so I hope y'all subscribe. As of the time of this recording, only 7% of people who watch my videos are subbed. So I don't even know what we're supposed to get that to, but I would like to get to 1,000 subs. So go for it. I have a lot of random content all over the place, but I primarily do Gran Turismo. But I also have Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors and Halo, and, you know, I used to play Call of Duty, but, you know, they suck now. Well, they already did, but, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, we have a good time. A lot of good stuff here. It's just fun to play through these games. Have a good time. And yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else I want to say here. But it's just a good time. This game is so great. I've been playing Gran Turismo 3 forever. So if you're here, that's probably why you're watching this video. But I basically play a lot of classic video games and then a couple of more newer ones as they come out and as I want to play them. But I generally think that a lot of video games nowadays are not that good. They just make them incomplete, and then you have to get a lot of updates, and the game still is terrible, and then you just wonder why you bought the game and why you spent the money on it. We got a GT1 spin out there. But I just don't know why games are like that now, so I just generally play games like this now. I play old games that are complete, and they're done, and they don't need I don't have to install an update or DLC. It's just a game that is finished. That is very hard to come by nowadays. So, I hate that. I honestly do. It just makes it so frustrating. So, yeah, that's why my channel is this way. But of course, that means that I don't get a lot of, you know, advertisement by YouTube. My channel doesn't get pushed out a lot, which is why I always push for getting me to 1,000 subs, because that would be, I feel like, a milestone, and then they would actually take my channel a little bit more seriously, then I would actually grow. So, I've had the hours for being monetized for like a year and a half, but I haven't been able to get the sub count, which is just, again, how strange that they did that. I don't know. I don't want to like question all of that, but yeah, I like playing classic games because they seem complete and they seem more fun to watch and play because the game doesn't require tons of DLC, and it's just, that stuff is so frustrating to me. I think the GT1 could have made that. I don't know why he just like decided to commit to the spin. But I also like when the AI in this game just run into the wall when they're trying to recover. I'm like, that is hilarious. But S2000 is coming up on the GT1. I actually don't remember what place the GT1 got in because I was so shocked that the R390 lost the whole race. I didn't even pay attention to that. But it is something that happened, so, and I'm pumped about it. So we'll see. But yeah, it's just a good game. This game is amazing. And the games I play are really fun. Yeah, they're old, but I don't know. It's just a good time. So you'll start to see in a little bit, the R390 will start to get... This was like a kind of a science experiment I did in this game. I've done a lot of different experiments with the R390, how to make him do stupid things. I've realized that you can either bump him once at the beginning and make him spin, and then kind of hope he doesn't. He has to basically. It's all about. There's a science to this of getting his tires to be a certain wear when he gets to a certain point in the game when he needs to pit. So in this situation, I basically competed with him the entire time, kind of got near him and put pressure on him on the turns where he might spin, so that he then does not spin, and then I just get him so that he gets through the 8th lap and doesn't even need to pit. Once that happens, he kind of loses his mind, and I've noticed that with the R390 multiple times. As long as he does, if he doesn't pit after lap 8, his whole race falls apart, and that can be varied in many, many different ways. But the R390 can, if you can make this happen, whether it be that you ram him and make him spin out, and then just like never let him spin again, or just kind of keep pressuring him the way I do here. I've done it multiple times where I've been able to make him either miss the pit or slam into the pit wall, and that is like the perfect thing to do to him, is if you can make him get caught, because the GT1 tires wear front heavy and the Mazda 787Bs like just don't wear at all. The best car to mess with, who's fast enough to like totally be entertaining, is the R390 GT1. That car is very much susceptible to crazy spins, but you just have to prevent them from making it into the pit after lap 8. So if that means you are sitting right there and push them out, which I've also done in a past video, they're all named and have a funny thumbnail if they're really, really good. So that's kind of my little secret to how I make these videos, I guess. If it's got a name, if it's got a thumbnail that I edited, then it's definitely a video that I want everyone to see. And some of them I just like and don't necessarily care about. It's just kind of my ranking, whatever. But I have pushed the R390 out of the pit before when he was trying to get into it, and that makes it hilarious. I've also had him just hit the wall. I've also had him think his tires are not bad. This is one of the ones like this where his tires are not as worn by the end of the 8th lap, so he actually doesn't even try to go into the pit, and you'll see this in a second. He doesn't even try to go in there because of the fact that he doesn't need to. There's any way you want to do it is fine, but you definitely just want to see the R390 miss that pit on the 8th lap. And the way you do that is totally up to you, but the AI takes care of itself and is very entertaining if you make that happen. The GT1 doesn't have anything like that. The 77B doesn't really have anything like that. The GT1 just struggles a lot more on that final turn than way more than anybody else except for the Panos. Everybody else just like is pretty much fine on that last corner. R390 will spin every once in a while, but he's pretty good about it as well. But it's just the GT1 has a lot of trouble there, and he can get caught on that wall. I don't even know why that happens, but when he spins, like he probably will. Okay, he didn't spin here. Very close. I'm surprised he didn't. He's probably like a pixel away from spinning there. But if the GT1 spins, sometimes he just accelerates right into the wall and then just like sits there for a while and accelerates. It's really stupid. But for the R390, it's that he can get caught on the pit wall. A lot of cars can get caught on the pit wall too. It just kind of depends on how they come into that final corner. But I love that they make the AI do that in this game, so I'm hoping that with GT7, with Gran Turismo 7, they actually make it so AI make mistakes again. It's just been something that's been long missed in the Gran Turismo games. Obviously I found a way to do that with my Gran Turismo 6 videos by just slamming into people. That's one way, but yeah. The AI failing is like such a large part of Gran Turismo's history, so I'm really hoping they kind of like allow for mistakes. I think that'd be amazing. But yeah. Anyway, I think I just talked about a lot of random things there. So I was getting nervous at this point with the R390 because the R390 was doing that gravel stuff, and I was like, okay, they better not wear their tires out, trying to keep the R390 from going. I wanted to make this race be about the R390 just choosing to not go in the pit by lap 8, which is why I intentionally didn't hit him, and then also was kind of poking around and battling him on his turns that he usually makes mistakes on, because they tend to do better if they are not battling somebody on a corner. Also, they can do worse, but it depends on the corner. But the ones that the R390 messes up on, if he's battling someone, he does better. So, like, the corkscrew, for example, be right here next to him so that he doesn't skid out and then hit that gravel right here and then spin on this corner right here. He spins a lot on that corner when he needs to go to the pit. So I was like, alright, I'll battle him here. And then, obviously, the last corner be around him too. But then once he doesn't go in the pit here, I then try to actually do well on my race. And then I think he does spin. He doesn't spin here, but he eventually will get to the point where he does. And then I don't know what happens to him when he gets to the pit lane, but he does. At that point, I'm actually far away from him because he starts to slide out on these corners because he hasn't pitted. So you'll start to see him, hit this gravel right here, come flying back into the wall, then slide back around here and slide all over the place, and he's just kind of going crazy. He doesn't officially spin though. He just starts hitting crap and slowing down tremendously. It's funny, but I was also thinking like, dang, I guess this will just be another one of those races where I don't label it as anything, but because he just kept going, he wasn't slowing down enough. I knew I was losing him because of the fact that he was sliding all over the place, but he really was doing a great lap for having basically red back tires. But then it's gonna be a great one. So yeah, this is just a great time. Yeah, he goes flying into the corkscrew, way too hot, then slams head on into a wall, which again would just destroy his car if there was if there was actual damage. But I'm fine with there not being damage. Damage models in Gran Turismo games kind of need to be a thing, but it's also kind of funny that there isn't one. And so here he goes. I was curious if he did this. He like kind of tries to stick to the line and then just totally butchers it. That is one of the ways to get the pit glitch to happen, is if you just hit him and then, or don't even hit him, but just let him like have just bad enough tires that he doesn't just spin out immediately on that corner. I don't know how this happens though. I just don't know how the AI gets caught. Like, it's like, I don't know how they do this, but they literally just keep accelerating. I don't know what he's hoping for, but he's hoping for something. So the GT1 is now behind the S2000. The FTO is in last, but it ain't gonna last. I'm telling you. So, and by this point, you've probably gone through and clicked around and seen that he lost, but it's hilarious. I just like, I don't know how this happens. Like, and the fact that he gets all like bent out of shape and like slides to the side. See if the GT1 spins on his first lap back. Of course he does, and then this will be the thing where he probably will accelerate straight into this wall. Yep, and then do his weird, like, what is even happening with his speedometer there? Who knows? But the other end, he just finally breaks out, and now this is where it gets really hysterical, because when he's needing to pit this badly, he's just slides around like a crazy fool. It's hysterical to watch. His back tires are super red, especially now that he was revving against a wall for a while. Now they're really, really red. But yeah, he is in last and still needs to pit and hasn't even gone through this. He's got a whole lap he's going to do with dark red back tires, which is just great. Great AI-related things. He literally is spinning, flying around, pulling a Shelby Cobra and going all the way out into just Nowheresville. Doesn't even hit the gravel. Like, he was already spinning before he even hit the gravel. That's what's so good about this. So I think I'll just let this play. The rest of the video is good, but I won't distract y'all from the hilarity of this, and you can hear the classic. Oh, he gets bopped by the other 787B, gets flung into the wall there. Okay, that's freaking great. I didn't even know that happened. So where are we even at here? So the GT1 is still in fourth, but he's spinning again. Let's see what the R290 does on this corner. Does his little drifting back and forth, slams into that wall, comes out, tries to take this corner. He's probably going to spin this. Yes, there he goes. A long drag along, just destroying these poor tires. They're just slicked now. They're in terrible, terrible shape. Still just can't even get onto the line. That's how bad it is. And the FTO is still in fifth, but he's catching up to the GT1 quick, so I'm actually not sure what place that GT1's going to get in. And he just goes slamming into a wall. There are people there, so that could have been a terrible scene. I'm just kidding. No, it doesn't work in this game. But he's going to probably slide out again on this corner too, now that I think about it, because this is another one that is dangerous. Or he'll hit the walls enough to recover, but he's going to spin here. Or he won't, actually, because he's catching himself on all the stuff. But yeah, there he goes. Goes into the pit. He is significantly behind. He's ending his 10th lap. He's about to get lapped by the 5th place car, which is kind of shocking. That is the FTO, who's in 5th. GT1 is just a little bit ahead of him. So the GTO is actually about to lap the R390 unless he spins here, which he probably will because he's been spinning every time. Okay, no, he's not. But it's just amazing stuff. I love when the R390 nails the pit wall and just does crazy stuff. It just makes the game so exciting and funny, and the AI just do such stupid things, and I love it. So I hope that they have AI fails potential in Gran Turismo 7. I really hope they do. But anyway, I won't talk anymore. Y'all can enjoy the rest of the video. I think I'm going into the... Did I just pit? Or is that the other 787B? I think that's the other one. Yeah, the other 787B has just pitted. Of course, he's doing freaking perfect. His only spin was when I hit him. So, it's just good stuff. I'll continue to watch between the GT1 and the R390 just to kind of see. Because the R390 is just a little bit behind the GT1. So, they're actually really close to each other. Even though they are a lap apart. So, it's good stuff. But thank y'all for watching. Enjoy. Peace.